Can't hear myself.
No, it would be annoying if it did.
Okay.
You know what happens is it comes like a second late.
Mate, I need to do something not to make me, I'm antsy. Yeah. We on, new pet? Yeah, afternoon, ladies and gents. All of you tuning in to watch Lansdowne play Buffalo today, and what's pretty much a title decider. The boys are really locked in, and hopefully they can come away with a job. I'll tell you what's online today. Lansdowne have to score 4 tries and win with a bonus point, and they have to stop Buffalo from scoring 4 tries or coming away with a bonus point loss. Yeah, I mean, there's all on the line. So we'll do the first things first. We've got a pretty good setup, and there's a lot of positivity. So enjoy the spectacle ahead of you. Buffalo set to kick off from number 10, Simon Honig. He's a very decent player. They've reversed it, and George's first one in, but we haven't secured the ball. Buffalo firstly got their hands on it, which is probably what they wanted. They set up the regular pod system. This guy will be carrying all day, number 7, but the boys have matched it early. Didn't make much on the gain line there. And we've got another one running into our number 9, Alex Griffin, the architect. Look at the guard, bodyguard positions. The boys are very aware today, so. As you can see, we're going into the 5th phase or so, and Buffalo haven't really made any ground. The boys are holding it. Hopefully their defensive shape will stay. But this is the patience that Buffalo look for. They wait and wait until they get a penalty, and then their number 10 looks for the poles. So that's pretty much the advantage they look for. He's got a penalty right where he wanted in the middle of the field, so that means they get an opportunity to strike first and take the lead. Probably not what Lansdowne wanted, but they were patient for 5 or 6 phases before conceding that. It looks like they realise that they've got to get 4 tries as well, so he's nudging it into the corner. There's a bit of a wind here, which might stop him, but he's got a very decent boot and he's very useful. So he takes a play to the 22 now. Unfortunately, our beloved Richie Price isn't online today. I'm sure everyone would love to hear his voice commentating. This is Charlie Bedford, the coach. To be honest, I'm just doing this so that I can be a bit calm. I'm just as pumped up as the boys are. Very good line out from Buffalo. Very useful carry. The shape looks good. The structures look good. And they've already drawn in men. Well done from Lansdowne there. Good defensive tackle from Eddie Ringler. Forcing a knock on with a Lansdowne scrum here just outside the 22. It's a lovely day in Buffalo, and the boys managed to take a flight up this morning, and they're in full force. There's a full contingent here, all raring to go on. First scrum of the day. Looking very stable with Dominic Sophie at the back, and he runs into the ref almost. Takes his usual 4 or 5 to stop him. Good clean out there. Out the back door to Hugh Byrne, who nudges it a good 30 metres. Hopefully our chase will be as good. The winger makes a decent return. Early to find Dominic right underneath it, but it goes backwards. Hopefully he can do a little grubber. No, he takes the pop off to Torres, who makes a good carry, gets a few yards. The fullback had it covered, so I think Healy, there you go, sorry. Just a little bit of excitement there. The Murphy brothers, Owen and Dahi, just connecting. Again, Lansdowne making good carries on the gain line there. That guy must have been a little bit off. He's slightly ahead there. I would have called that offside. Again, Owen Murphy making a tidy up play there. So lovely work from Lansdowne, still making yards. Fakundu with his usual charging run, uncompromising. Good clean out there. But you can see Buffalo aren't overcommitting to the rucks. Lukey gets a carry. Good tackle from Singh. The gentleman from Buffalo is a very useful 7, so that will be a good battle today. George with a solid carry in the midfield, and Lansdowne need to find their shape again. Good retention, good grubber, good change, but straight down the throat of Honig, who's very useful. If someone can catch him. Kick again! I'm going to get caught between commentating. Don't panic, go Lukey. Good stuff. Knocked out of his hands, so it's a turnover advantage. Let's see what they'll do with this. Not much. It's gone backwards, so the ref's playing more advantage. And there's number 7 with the mullet. He's a very useful player too. Number 7 for Buffalo with his Goldilocks hair. The man I love to hate. He'll play prop. He'll play 12. And he'll play back row. Very useful with his carries and a hard man to stop, so he's propping down today actually. So Lansdowne had about 7 phases there. After about the 7th phase, they did a little kick, picked up by the fullback, who countered against the wind with a decent kick, and unfortunately we lost momentum in a tackle from Luke, who was knocked out of his hands. The ball spilled forward, but that's rugby. Little break there. We've got cover in the back area there with Torres. Hopefully he can look after it. Just takes no chances. He's a very calculated man, Torres. Andrew Torres playing at the wing today, but he can play centre. And as I said, he's very calculated. He's an architect. I'm sorry, he's an accountant. So he's always balancing the books. And I think he made the right decision there. The refs made a call that seems to shock everyone. Instead of a 22, it's a dead ball dropout. So we have to look at using the wind here. Yeah, so it's a dead ball dropout because it didn't go out the back. The ref called a dead ball dropout, so we have to kick it from our goal line. Hopefully Hugh gets a good nudge on it. Their fullback's positioned right in the middle of the field, so hopefully we don't kick it down his throat. And this young winger, he didn't play last game, but he's caught the ball, shifted it to their ever important number 10, who looks for a kick into the corner to get the line out, and he's done a very good job.
What's funny is in American football, it looked like a safety. That's why I was like so brought out.
So the score right now, ladies and gents, 0-0. Both teams are looking to push for the tries. Early 7 minutes in, and it seems like it's been an even share with the possession. Lansdowne have their first defensive line out inside their 22. They've absorbed pressure well. Let's see if we can exit well here.
Not being restless is definitely helpful.
Tidy ball, cleaned up by Luke. Dom with the carry, he's going to go for it, and matched well by the number 1, as we talked about, Mr. Mullet. Now we're inside our 22. Hugh Byrne with a lovely kick, and he finds touch. Wonderful, just about the halfway line right in front of me, so I can relax. Just having a look at the body language out there. The boys are all walking into position. You know, it's been a high intensity first 8 minutes with non-stop combat, and in this arm wrestle, hopefully Lansdowne come on top. It's a 5-man line from Buffalo. Luke's going to match it. It's not straight. Ref plays advantage to us. We've got a grubber through from Dahi Owen Murphy, and he finds touch just on the 5. What about the advantage? What about the advantage, ref? So unfortunately that didn't give us an advantage, and yeah, the reason I'm doing this job today is so that I'm not screaming bloody murder at the linesman and keeping my hands into my pockets so I don't get antsy. But yeah, I mean, it's very intense here. I hear the calls for next job on the side, on the field here. The boys have a mentality that if it doesn't go our way, we'll go on to the next job and not complain about it. It's a very shocking call. The line out wasn't straight, but it's a Buffalo scrum. Can't understand that. Sorry, touch judge. Sorry, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir. Yep. I just want to know what the call was. Okay. The touch judge told the ref it was our ball, but the referee gave Buffalo the option, which is a bit, yeah, I don't know if I could fathom that, but anyway, we'll play the conditions in front of us. Yeah, if Richie Price was here, I think there'll be a few more expletives and colourful language going right about now. But the price is always right with Richie. So on the bench today we've got Owen Foynes, Geraldo Feblers, Edgar Perez, Shane Kenny, Dylan Casey, Rashid Perkins, Ian Chalmers, and Gregory Alexander. So we've got a pretty decent bench. We've also got Billy Tony, one of the 2 Tony brothers who are very destructive in their play. So it's nice for him to get a call up to the first team. As you pay attention to the field now, we've got a Buffalo line out just across from the halfway. Buffalo going for their 5-man line out. Straight down the channel that time, so no complaints. Let's have a look what they do. Georgie with the slip tackle. Torres with the slip. We got a 2-on-1. That's good defense in the end. But they made that look all too easy. Owen Murphy with a tackle. Ball's there for Fakundu to make a tackle, and George makes a tackle too. So our shape needs to work a bit there. The number 9 with a little box, but it's well cleaned up by Fakundu. And the ref comes back for the original advantage. I'm not quite sure what for. Apparently it looks like not rolling away. But the penalty count at the moment's probably been 4-1 Buffalo. And yeah, I don't know if I see it the same way. And that's not even being biased. Buffalo pressing for the corner again with what looks like a 5-meter line out. Again, it's looking to see if they can break that threshold, the initial threshold, to see who gets the upper edge. Again with their 5-man line out, they'll be looking at their captain Michael Lang in the centre, and it's a great steal by Luke Russell. Unfortunately turns the wrong way but manages to readjust. We're inside our 22, so we need to fan out here and give Hugh Byrne a bit of a chance to get a nudge in. Hopefully he'll be safe as houses. He's made a good nudge, but it's too close. There's a bit of counter here. There's a sun, and he knocks it on. These are the conditions we'll be dealing with in the second half. A bit of sun in our faces, so that winger looks to make a bit of redemption for Hugh Byrne, who couldn't nudge it 6 rows into the stands. And the sun got in his face, and he dropped the ball there. So now it's attacking scrum for Lansdowne. Just taking a moment, Luke Russell, our very diplomatic captain, except when it comes to a breakdown where he's uncompromising, is having a chat with the referee. It seems like that's going to be an area where we have to be malleable and try and maneuver around as well. So the odds are stacked up against Lansdowne here. We'd appreciate all your thoughts and prayers. So it's a solid scrum, early Oh, again, the referee's giving it for feeding. It seems like nothing's going our way here. It's a little bit ridiculous now. That's the 6th penalty in a row. Dahi, Owen! Eyes up, Dahi, Owen! First time tackles have been a bit lacking, and Mike's been able to get about 10 yards to bring play back where it was. It's not very good there from Lansdowne, trying to roll away. And Dominic's taken a step, but unfortunately the number 1's rolled round. Dahi seems to have wrapped him up, but yeah, he managed to spin out the Buffalo prop. So they've got numbers out wide now. George is looking like he's carrying a bit of injury. He's been stepped a couple of times now, and the pass doesn't go the right way for Buffalo. We're a bit lucky there, Lansdowne. Boys are scrambling. I often find myself in a bit of a difficult position because we do have a lot of talent in this squad. So it's always hard in terms of selection. But, you know, these boys are also very competitive. They all want to win. So unfortunately, no one wants to be on the bench. I know a lot of people are tuned in back home. Our assistant coach and my partner Mark just is having a few words with me here. We've had 7 penalties in a row, and it's just not balanced. Well done, Alex there. Manages to step away from the tackle. Boys have done really well to tidy this up. For Kundu with his third carry in the game today, second carry in as many as 30 seconds. And then finally the referee blows the whistle, which looks like it might be in our favour. But we'll wait and see. It's a bit of a Pandora's box, so we don't know. Anyone got a magic 8 ball? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. Thank you very much. Seems to take an eternity to make that decision. But one person standing in his ear, that's Alex, architect Griffin, and he's not shy to share his views. All right, so for the second or third time today, we've managed to get into the Buffalo half. The boys have done really well to repel this barrage from Buffalo, and what also seems to be a little bit of a difficult management situation with the referee. But yeah, these men have made a tougher stuff. We've gone with a 5-man line out, a little bit nicked there. Unfortunately, our first opportunity goes, but there is a ball, And Luke's tidied it up and got his hands back on it, managed to get the ball back inside. Number 4's not rolling away. The ref doesn't see that. Healy does a bit of running across, but he's got his hands on the ball for the first time, so we'll have it. George is there. We've got options. Let's see if he'll have a strong carry. Alex goes the other way with it. And he looks at, I think that's for Kundu with another big carry today. So he's certainly earning his paycheck. The referee blows the whistle. And I'm not quite sure what for, but he's taken away all our momentum again. I just can't believe this. This is unbelievable to me. All right, boys. You know what we're up against. You can see 8 penalties in a row there. It's just... Dylan, what was that call?
Boys, get on the line.
We're shooting up. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Dylan Casey, very good at reading the game. He's seeing that we're shooting up out the line. I don't know that's the reason for the call there. But we're back in our own half after a brief entry into the Buffalo half. It's still 0-0 here, and Lansdowne are finding themselves defending again. Ria, do you happen to have any tape for his feet? I think he's got something going on there. So that's me having a chat with the athletic trainer. Alex makes a dummy, makes a break, turns around, gets the ball back. From the side, referee! From the side! Sorry, ladies and gents, I'll try and keep my cool. It's on now. Good tackle there. That's a very emotional number 4. He gets through a lot of work for Buffalo, but he's very emotional. He's a bit of a pendulum. If it goes well, he's happy. If it's not going well, he's sad. But he did well today. He got a bit of looking after there, Alex Griffin, but he's not afraid of hard work. Yeah, 20 minutes in, so yeah, 0-0. Hopefully, we can break the barrel. And it's a very good kick from Huey Byrne, just inside their 22. The linesman's called it at the 22. Yeah. It's going to be a long day at the office, to be honest. I don't really enjoy these moments when you can't do much but put your hands in your pockets and hope all the work that you've done on Tuesday and Thursday pays off. I know these boys are desperate for the win, but unfortunately today is a bit of a daylight robbery. We're coming back to get what's ours here in Buffalo, and they're sitting with all the advantages, and unfortunately it's very sensitive. Any little thing can damage the win. Yeah. I'm getting a bit of help from my subs bench, as usual. Unfortunately, that line out wasn't straight. Well done, Architect. Good kick, brings it to halfway, just over halfway. Just looking at the body language again, Lansdowne been absorbing a heck of a lot. Buffalo also, it looks like it's been a real battle royal. Let's have a look if this is going to go down the channel right in front of me. Front ball. Yeah, unfortunately the ref was quick to blow that time and it didn't fall in our favour. It didn't give us the advantage with the break there from Owen Murphy, who managed to clean up the mess from the line out. So the line out hasn't been going well for everyone today. There is a bit of wind here, even though it's a very nice day. And now we have another platform to see if we can attack. So what happens here with Buffalo, their number 10, Simon Honig, he drops into the fullback position where he can just make a decision, and their fullback comes into the 15 channel. Their first three defenders are pretty big boys. Buffalo with a huge scrum there, but it manages to come out. Bit of miscommunication there. A lot of miscommunication there off the foot, and Singh's the first one to the ball. Hopefully we get the advantage. Yeah, referee blows the whistle. Looks like we're going to get the advantage this time, but we haven't really managed to capitalize on any of our platforms. So our scrums haven't gone well, our lineouts haven't gone well, and they've done a heck of a lot of defending already. Burn steps up to kick into the wind a little bit, and again, safe as houses. This time he manages to get it outside the bounds. Again, a bit more chat. Unfortunately, keeping the positivity is something we need to keep going in today's game. Huh? Yeah, still scoreless at 22 minutes or something like that. I'm not one for watching the clock, but our man Pat Murphy's right here keeping me on track. He flew down with all our equipment and managed to set up this live stream so you guys can have the viewing pleasure courtesy of Sky Sports or whatever you've got. So we've got a little bit of a break here in play. The boys are trying to fuel up. The clock stopped and the ref's on. So we've got our 5-man line out going. Dahi's in. Dahi Murphy, one of the two Murphy brothers today that are starting. Line out down the middle. Not straight again. Bit of a late hit. Buffalo decide to run outside their own 20, inside their own 22 with a forward pass. What looked like a forward pass to me. He brings it back to the original infringement, which is the not straight in the line out. So we've got a couple options in the line out here with Geraldo. Yeah, I'm getting a look at Architect. Yeah, he's giving me a word. You see, I've got about 15 coaches with me. Makes the job really easy. Geraldo, warm yourself up, mate. Warm yourself up. He looks at exit, and it's a kick. It's not gone too far. It's just inside the 22. We've got another line out option. So hopefully we can get this right. We can get a bit of redemption on our set pieces. Coming through. Okay. So another lost line out, and we got Geraldo Febles lined up with a massive tackle there in the field of play from Dominic Sophie, what we've become very accustomed to. We become very sport here. The number 10 for Buffalo makes a good kick into touch, brings it just to the 10. Again, another Lansdowne line out. We've had a little bit of a shift with Rusty Walsh coming in to throw the ball. Rusty, for those of you who don't know, is very good with the ball skills. He's played fly half in the day, and he can throw a line out. So a bit of pressure for him. He overthrows, but it's cleaned up by Facundo, who's having a bit of a barnstorming day today. He's done really well. We finally get first phase ball with Dominic, who passes it to Niall Dillon, who's made a strong carry up the middle. Sucked in a few players. Pretty slow ball, though. We probably needed a bit quicker. And George manages to clean up. He has a bit of juggling there. And then he does very well to stand up and get the number 1 out the way, who's really hard to move once he's there. So very good cleaning job there from Lansdowne. Very low tackle from Singh on Facundo. And we're still retaining possession. Great decision from Hugh. Hopefully we'll find a bit of touch. Lovely pressure, good decision. So let's have a look how we go here with this line out. As you can see, if you can look over on that far wing, you can see that wind blowing pretty hard on what is a park with a golf course behind it. It's a bit of a fortress for Buffalo because no one really likes to travel up here. But they're also a very good unit that have played together for the last 5 years as a group, and now they're defending their own line against Lansdowne. They've got a line out in their possession, and Lansdowne are looking to match. It's a fire ball, so let's see who wants it first. It looks like Fakundu with his 7th carry of the day, probably. Dominic's right there cleaning. It would have been nice to get him on the ball from so close in. The ball shipped out to Luke Russell. Oh, and it's a thrown pass, but he's quick to make up for his error there. Unfortunately, just didn't go his way. A bit of space is opening up here with this number 4 making his usual carries, but Niles not going to compromise. Unfortunately, he comes off second best on that there today. Yeah, I see it. I see it. All right. Yeah, Niles a very uncompromising player when it comes to this sort of stuff, and if he's not, if it's not serious, he doesn't really complain. So. Huh? I can see everything, lads. Thank you. My heart's in my mouth. Yeah, Luke Russell looks like he's taking a knock there. What's this, a penalty? It's a scrum down. It's been a tough encounter so far. 0-0, I think 27 minutes or 28, 30 minutes gone. It's gone by that fast. It's like your kids growing up. It just moves so quickly.
How old's your youngest now? I mean, you're old.
Talking about kids, it's my son Elion's birthday today. Happy birthday, Elion. Daddy loves you. Hope you're having a good day. George with the crash. The ref again gives us nothing. Gives us nothing. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So with 30 minutes gone, 10 minutes left in the half, and us needing 4 tries here, and it's 0-0. It's going to be a battle royal. We always knew that, and it might be one where we just have to keep inching. We're in the right half now, at least. We can apply some pressure, but the Buffalo scrum's been really good. They've moved their flank to number 8, Singh, who's a very solid, speedy back row player, and their captain Mike's gone off an appeal. They've gone appeal to the right. It should be taken care of, and he's well taken care of. But he stays on his feet, manages to keep in despite the attention of Niall Dillon and Andrew Torres. Here comes our big Casey, and he's wrapped up by Dominic. It looks like he's made it his personal mission to wrap him up like Christmas. Honig, unfortunately, isn't being wrapped up, and he's sliming through. Again, the referee gives an advantage, high tackle. Again, injury there. The boys are quick, the subs are on quick, trying to get their boys water, which is great to see. I'm actually quite glad that Dominic tackle there was clearly felt, and he wrapped him up more than Christmas. In fact, the guy's more wrapped up than a mummy, and he's struggling to get back to his feet. Look, I'm kind of glad I'm standing here commentating, because I probably have a few words with the referee who isn't really playing in our favour. I know it's always easy to see things from your side of the field and say things are against you, but to be honest, we've had 9 straight penalties against us. Any advantage we had has been blown up very quickly. It's a tough day for these boys. So when you watch this, and after watching this game, send a lot of positive vibes on the chat on Facebook or wherever you watch this. Honig again with the kick, and it looks like he's going to make touch again, and he's done a very good kick. He's very consistent. Geraldo. Next breakdown, you're on. A little bit ahead of schedule, but on for Nick, okay? Yeah, next breakdown, next line out. You know your job. Yeah, carries. Here we are with the line out, 5-man. So see if Luke can get in front of him or Dahi. It's going 4. Yeah. Clean it up, Alex. Safe. And Brendan Healy with a good kick. Let's see if the sun comes into favour. He's safe this time, and let's see if we can clean him up. Makes the pass to Honig, who does a lovely cross-field kick. There's a wide field here. Again, collected with interest from Hugh Byrne, and the referee blows the whistle for I don't know what.
Just being ourselves, I guess.
So, referee. Referee!
What is happening?
All right, so again, lads, remember we're going to go face that ref, so let's not get any sabotage going. Let's just leave him be. Yeah, it was a bad call. Yeah. Yeah. So for some reason the ref's given a penalty way back where Hugh received the ball. I'm not quite sure why. But it does give Honig an opportunity to take the first points of the game. 5 minutes left in the half, and we're going to make a tactical substitution to, with Geraldo Feblers going on in the hooker position for Nick 1. So this is a bit of a soft blow just to give them a nudge just before half time. They'll go in, maybe. We'll see what happens. He's a very useful kicker, and he's got them the 3-point lead. You can hear the cheers on the side. Scores 3-0. Here we go with a kickoff. Hopefully Dahi Murphy can, or the Murphy brothers can do their usual Mario Kart and get into the other half and get hands on it with the sun and everything. It's a lovely high ball. Looks like it's going straight out. Unfortunate from Hugh. Simple error. A little bit exuberant there. He gave him a penalty up there, touch judge. That's not the correct law, is it? He might need your help. So we have a Buffalo scrum at the half. They've been solid in their scrums. Everything's gone well, and they've got good attacking ball. They reverse it with the classic. They moved the ball pretty well, and Niles meeting this guy. He's not stepping, and there's a good drive, but he's offloaded the ball quite sharply, and the ball's gone to ground there. Oh, it's picked up again by Honig, and he's quick as a whippet. You don't want to give him any room here, and he's on with Huey. There's a 2-1. That's a forward pass if I ever saw one. Unbelievable. 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 I'm going to go and have to have a word with the referee here. Yeah, that's the danger of Simon Honig. He's turned over first phase ball and he's made it into a try. I thought the pass was forward, but yeah, shocking. So it's not going according to plan. So we've got a kick on the far side with a very useful kicker in front of you. It's going to take every little bit of character from these men to come back in this second half and get what we need, which is 4 tries and the win. It's going to take every bit of character. But I have full confidence in Luke and his men. And we'll just be waiting and seeing. It's going to take patience today. He's made that nudge, and he hasn't been successful, which is uncharacteristic. But we'll take it. 8-0. Lads, was that me or was that pass a little forward? Yeah. It's too much for Dahi, but he's right there. And number 5 is also a very decent player. He mops up and cleans up everything very well. Any loose bit of play. He's not dynamic in any way, but he's such a nousy player. Anyway, good counter ruck. Oh, again, the ref, another penalty. Unbelievable. Yeah, ladies and gents, a couple of minutes left. I'm going to sign off here. You can spectate the last half. I've got to have a chat with the ref. I've got to have a chat with my men. Keep us in your prayers.
Luke and Donny, let's go. You have the line out.
Second half of this three-way derby.
All right, so we're back. We're about to kick off second half of the three-way derby, as said by our man Pat Murphy here, and it's not gone our way. 30 minutes at 0-0, and then last few minutes have come. Last few minutes have been 15-0, and now the referee's gone to his pocket again, and Owen went to chase the ball. He had his eyes on the ball, and now he's got a yellow. So we've got 2 yellow cards on. It's, the referee is completely manipulating this game. I had a chat with him at halftime, and there's not much else we can do right now. Owen, as usual, keeps his eye on the ball, and the two Murphy brothers are both off, and we're down to 13 men. So the linesman's gone over to have a word with the ref. I'm not quite sure what this is all about, but this is not righteous. Yeah. Dylan, how much time on the clock? How much? 8 minutes on the first sin bin, and then another 10 minutes on the second one. So we're playing with 10 men for the next 20 minutes, and it's a difficult day. So we have no second rows. They've called the scrum. This could completely change the dynamic of the game. Yeah. We've got George in the back row. We've got Dominic.
Why do the referee outfits look like they work at Chuck E. Cheese?
It's going to be a tough day, ladies and gents. Strap in. Eight against 6. It's always going to be a solid scrum. Dom's digging in. All the boys are digging in, but they got a good shove on. And the ball's out now. Honig gets his hands on. It's a crash. And you've got a 2-on-1, but well taken care of by Torres and Dylan Casey. They've got him wrapped up. Luke brings it to ground, and he's not releasing and not rolling away. The spacing's a bit narrow. If Buffalo make one big wide pass, they'll probably have the numbers. But let's have a look. Eddie's there, and they do have the numbers, as it was always going to be. Eddie chasing all the way. Make sure he holds him up, and the guy gets to the line. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with 13 men, it's always going to be a numbers game, isn't it? They just had to make that big wide pass. Unfortunately, that looks like it's going to be a tough call. That's their third try. If the boys are going to have to dig deep to stop a fourth. So it looks like Buffalo just going for the tries now. They've scored their third and within 60 minutes. And, yeah.
Is that a good conversion?
No, the conversion was not good, ladies and gents, which is uncharacteristic. So I think we're standing at, what, 18-0? Yeah.
So shocking. Still not out of it yet.
Yeah, look, it's going to take a lot to stay in this game. We've got to have the first 20 minutes of this half, half of this second half with 10 men. With 14 men. At the moment, we're with 13 men. So we haven't got much. A good kickoff from Dylan Casey. We've got a line out here that's going for Buffalo's throw. Again, we're missing two of our jumpers, so we're going to have to readjust very quickly in terms of defense. So we've got 4 minutes on the clock left for Dahi to come back on. Dylan Casey going into the back of the line, really scraggling for it. Now they're going to have numbers and he's got his speed, but luckily we've got some advantage. The ref's playing advantage to Buffalo. Even though the man's not releasing, we finally get an advantage there. He's blowing the whistle. Good steal from Luke Russell. Hopefully we'll get something on the board. Let's have a look. Hugh steps up to put us into the corner. I'm looking at the clock as if I'm Cinderella, trying to make sure we get to that time. Hopefully, when the clock strikes midnight, we can have some of our players back on. He's on. He's been called on a couple of minutes early. So, well, there you go. I don't believe in fairy godmothers, but I do believe in the Almighty. So thank you, Lord, for that. Talking about Cinderella, Dahi's managed to change his boots. So let's see what that brings him. I think he was uncomfortable that last set. We've got a line out there that's solid. Ref's called not straight every time. We haven't won one penalty. He's been very, very tight on our line outs. And it's just the probabilities of us not getting each line out is just incredible. Yeah. This is beyond, this begs belief. I can't say because I wasn't in line there, but I can tell you that he's ultra attentive at our line out. But anyway, you have to play the referee. Ball gone in. He's called it for, I'm not sure, it looks like he's directing his attention to an early shove. I'm not too sure what that call is again. Defensively, and you can see that they've got numbers already in the back line just because we're missing one there. Hugh Burns standing nice and deep. It looks like they're positioned to run it. Their blindside wing is also an option threat with a kick into the corner, but I think he would cover that well. So the scrum looks solid again from Buffalo. The ball gets distributed well. It's a nice little chip and chase. He reads the gap and he knocks it on. Unfortunately, Torres does a job cleaning it up. And yeah, it's okay. It was a nice idea. He's got great pace to the number 10, and he's got good vision too. So yeah, it's still on. He's on. He's already on. The linesman seems to be on time, but thank God it's not Victoria Station. At least all the trains would be messed up then, wouldn't they? Sorry for the New Yorkers. What's it? Grand Central. So we pack down with our midfield scrum. Maybe fourth set piece. Hopefully we can capitalise on it. It's a good scrum. Luke's out the back and he's taking a break and he's taking a run. And he's got yards and he's made good going. Now number 5 needs to get out the way. Ref doesn't give any advantage. Dom's first receiver and he looks to carry and he takes that usual contact, does his roll. We've got numbers and we've got numbers right. Luke's there again and he's seen the gap and he's taken the big hit by the fullback and it's cleaned. but unfortunately it's a bit messy. And Alex Lascelles, the dummy, he runs straight through. He's left the ball behind him, but it looks like Buffalo have nicked it, and now it's turnover ball. So eyes up, they're going to look to exit. He's going to run because he's confident. He scored a 40-meter try against us, and he's punted it back. So let's have a look what Torres will do. He's cleaned it up. Go, Torres keeps going. Torres does him on the outside. Huey's there with a clean. They've got numbers to the breakdown, Buffalo, unfortunately. Yeah, ref goes straight for diving in. Oh, it's a little bit of daylight at the end of the tunnel. The ref's found a place to give us an advantage, and luckily it's within our 22. And Dylan takes a quick tap, which wouldn't be my option here. So we're inside. Well, ref gives another advantage, finally balancing up the books in my view. But again, this is just my view, and I'm entitled to it. I believe that's one of the laws in this country, the freedom of speech. I'm finally getting there. I'm gonna. Here he nudges it into the corner, and we get an opportunity to line out. Excuse me, ladies and gents. A little bit chilly up there. I'm going to also excuse myself, ladies and gents, because I have to focus on the team changes right now. Commentating has actually been a bit soothing and therapeutic. I haven't been screaming bloody murder. Great line out there. Dom's already made a bust. They've taken care of him again. We've got the advantage, but we need the tries. He's offside. Great pass. Oh, advantage coming for us. It seems like with 3 tries under their belt, things are starting to come a bit our way now. We'll have to go to the corner for this. Ladies and gents, I'm going to excuse myself. How much time we got, Pat?
We got about
What's the clock time?
53 minutes. It's
Huh?
54 minutes now.
54 minutes?
Yeah. That was
Good
good.
attempt, you. Well done.
That was a good conversion.
Sir, please. Fucking 5-yard slant.
Scores 20 points to 5. 3 tries. Lansdowne have got 1. We need a few more. About to make some substitutions at the next breakdown with Shane Kenny coming on. Go Dylan! Go Torres! To the house, Torres! To the house, Torres! Great run from Andrew Torres there. And George with the carry. Now Lansdowne is starting to rumble. Knock on. We'll take the knock on. Yeah, now. We've got some substitutions going on. Boys, get some water on. We're taking off Niall Dillon and Owen Murphy. Niles clearly would have stayed on all day, but we need some ball carriers with Edgar coming in. So that's the decision. Great run there from Andrew Torres, huh? Yeah? All right, Rashid. Putting on Rashid Perkins for Andrew Torres there. Thank you very much, Owen Murphy.
Sorry.
It's all right, mate. You did well. Just going to check in to see how much time we've got left. How much time do we have there, Pat Murph? 22 minutes, ladies and gents, to do probably the greatest heists since the Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre. Early difference is this actually belongs to us. At least we believed that way from the beginning of the season. But you know how this is in rugby. Nothing's promised. No one's entitled to anything. You have to go out there every day and earn it. So we had a few minutes of momentum there.
Some of these guys are just so freaking fast.
Yeah, their number 10's incredibly fast. He's very talented and he's got good vision. You can't beat that kind of approach. Their number 7's equally fast, but we can match that. And we've got our own talent here. Defensive scrum for Buffalo inside their 22. And they've been very rock steady in the scrums. Ball's out early. And then number 10 looks to shape up and he does a crossfield kick. Again, great vision. Eddie's on it and he's safe as houses. And he passes to Hugh, who loses his footing and he's isolated at the moment, but there's been a good tussle there. Lansdowne have managed to maintain possession. And we've got Geraldo. There. He makes a good, strong carry and he's still hard to take down. Referee finally gives us a bit of advantage. Number 5 trying to spoil that. We'll go back into the corner, hopefully with a kick. going to be a tough day today. Oh, there you go. Lansdowne back into the corner. Not much time on the clock. So the substitutions we've had are just Owen Murphy's come off. Brendan Healy's come off for Dylan Casey. We've also had, hold on, the referee. Already? Okay. So we've just had an injury again. Our substitute who's just come on just had been injured. Let's give him, huh? Rara! Rara! Yes, no, maybe? Dahi does well to get fingertips on that. Again, the ref calls it not straight. Yeah, Owen Foynes. Looks like he found a divot, and unfortunately his game ends in about 2 minutes of being on. He's going to see the trainer now. Okay, this is a tough call again. We haven't had any line-outs gone our way. Again, I can't see from where I'm standing, so I have to take the referee's word for it. That's how this game goes. Under pressure now. Their number 10's shaping up. He buys himself a lot of time. He's a very good number 10. Dahi with the tackle there. It's well under control this time. They've got a pod set up and Dylan's at first receiver. We've got him there and it's Fakundu doing his work. Dominic through with a try and we've got the second one. Well done. That's a good bit of fortune. Smiling, thank you, Lord. What's the time check, please? Nick, have a word with them, let them know 62 minutes, okay? We're playing in their half. We've got to get ball, hold on to it, get back in their half. Yeah, if we score 4, it's still 20-20. So we need to score. No, they've got 20.
So they converted one? So it's really 20? You're 100% sure they have 20?
Yeah, they've scored 3 tries. They've converted 1.
Okay.
So that's what, and they got a penalty. So that's 10, and then another 10 from the 2 tries.
Okay, because I didn't realize they converted one.
Oh, they converted only the first one. Sorry for the sideline chat. Body language looks good from Lansdowne.
You know, it's like they're not getting a single penalty calls. It's ridiculous.
Hugh shapes up to kick. And he's pulled it across the face of the poles. It's now 20 points to 10. We have to wait for a little bit more. Well done, Lansdowne! Ian, can you give me a bottle of water if you can?
No, it's not a point difference in bonus point. It's just simply the number of tries, right?
So Pat's just asked me a question about the point system here. Currently, we need to win the next 2 games with a bonus point win. So we need to score 4 tries today. We need 2 more tries and win the game. And we need to make sure Buffalo don't lose with 7 points. If they do, they get a bonus point and they automatically qualify because they're ahead in points. So Dahi's there covering up. Again, solid in the kickoff. And let's see if we can exit. We got Luke Russell as first receiver. We got Edgar with him. Edgar's made a break. Edgar's made a big bust down the middle. And we got Dominic there. He's not rolling away. Not rolling away! With a good kick from Dylan Casey. Very good kick from Dylan Casey. That was a good set.
So will rugby have that point for a 7-point differential loss?
Ladies and gentlemen, The very intellectual Pat Murphy is engaging me in discussion here whilst I'm trying to commentate. It's hard to answer a man with his knowledge. I'll have to come back to you. That was a 50-22 there, but unfortunately the ref hasn't given it to us. The touch judge's gone over. So if you kick the ball and it goes from your 50 to their 22, you get to retain possession. But the referee seems to be in a huddle now with the touch judge, who's finally starting to see a bit of daylight and suggest to him that it is a 50-22. And the refs finally got a bit of clarity and counsel. He's talking to Luke to conduct his men properly. And hopefully it's our line out. Yeah, it is our line out. The call's been passed on from Dahi Murphy to Geraldo, and hopefully we can execute on this. Unfortunately, Buffalo were hungry there. The kick, the throw wasn't executed. And they've made a kick nudge into touch. Good hands from the man on the side.
Next job, lads, next job! Next job, lads!
So we got another line-out opportunity here after a very good exit from Buffalo. And now we're straight down the middle, but not straight. Cleaned up very well by Singh there. He's knocked it on and fumbled. And hopefully we'll get some advantage. The ref plays the original. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. He calls a scrum. And it's a Buffalo scrum. I thought he'd played advantage, but clearly not long enough. And it's a Buffalo scrum, and rightly so. It was not a straight throw. Fair play to Geraldo Feblers. He's come on at prop most of the season. He's a very dynamic ball carrier, and today he's been asked to throw. He used to play hooker, so it's a bit of an adjustment there. Foynesy, eyes up, mate. Eyes up, Foynesy, eyes up. Yes, we finally got another penalty. So Dominic's gone quick. Oh, referee's blown it up. It's all right, lads. Be patient. How much time's left? Huh? 12 and a half. We're going to go on for Architect. We're going to move Huey to 13. Okay? Architect's going to go 15. George is coming off. How long left?
12 minutes now.
12 minutes. After this try. Very optimistic chat from me. Hopefully Lansdowne get a try here.
Get it done.
Our line-outs worked. And the peels worked. And we got Nick on a crash ball. And he's making yards. And we're close. We're very close. And Dom's there. And we've got the third try. 3 tries apiece now. Yeah, well, this is the title decider. If we lose it, it's good night, nurse. So at the moment, it's 20 points to Buffalo, and we're on 15. So it's a very close game. I wouldn't bet my mortgage on it.
Come on, if there's any time to get it.
So we made some changes again. George Rees is coming off. He's not happy about that. He's clearly one of our star players. We've got Greg Alexandra equally to match that. We've pulled Huey into the centre position. And we've got Alex Architect Griffin in at 15. Let's focus on Hugh here, see if we can get this nudge to bring us into 17. And unfortunately, he hasn't got it. So we're going to need the try. And we need a penalty and a try. Flipping hell. All right, let's see how we go. Ian, warm up. Rusty. Yeah, I know. Inga, put a jersey on, please. Straight out. Yes, lovely straight out there. We've got a scrum, so and characteristic error. Good platform for Lansdowne to launch off. And Lord, if you're listening up there, this will be a great place for us to make a 50-metre break and score a try to bring it to 4 tries to 3. Corner! Corner! Sorry, I've got back into coaching mode now. Less commentating now. 12 minutes left.
9 minutes left.
9 minutes left, sorry.
You know he's going to give a lot of stoppage time.
Another strum here.
He's going to give tons of stoppage time. Watch.
Good scrum set. Good reverse with Hugh on the step. Hugh with another step right into traffic though. And he's given it to Dahi Murphy, who's made good yards. Now we've got to clear. Yeah, we got the advance. Slow it down, boys. Patience! Patience! So kick into the corner there from Hugh Byrne. Patience, boys! Patience! I'm looking here at probably our most stylish player, George Reese, getting his boots taken care of and his injury that he picked up in this game at home against Buffalo. It's a tense time, so I'm trying not to focus on the line out that's coming up in a crucial position, so a lot of pressure on Geraldo here to deliver, and I've got confidence in him. We've got 3 options in the line out. Dahi, Luke, safe ball at the front. We get the basic driving line out from Lansdowne that's going on. And we'll get the drive on, it's looking positive. We're going across the field, it's been distributed. And Hugh makes a cut down the middle. He makes yards, good clean from Nick Alexander. And it's reversed back to Fakundu, who's looking a bit static. You're gonna go on for Rusty. Inga, you're gonna go on for, Inga, you're gonna go 2 props. Change up the 2 props. Okay, both going at the same time. Next try. Ball's out there. Geraldo coming, and there's a try there. The ref's called held up, which is fine for me because I want to score the try here, right near the post, so we can get the lead. The ref's blown it up. I couldn't see that at all, but Buffalo are very excited about it. Looks like it's a... Subs after this, boys. Know your jobs, it's going to be a line out. Ian, Inga, know your jobs, it's going to be a line out. So know your jobs. Well done there, Rusty. Alan Rusty Walsh coming on, and Fakundu Soare, who's made his height in carries today. He's made about 7 carries. And we've got to try and nick this line out. See if the ref's as attentive. Get behind him, Inga! Very good line out from Buffalo. Also straight. He's going to kick it or he's going to look to run, but met well by Nick Alexander in the midfield. Very positive hit. They've got numbers overloaded now, and we've got to make this tackle, and we're made. And Eddie's in there with a turnover. Eddie's in there with a turnover. Turnover, referee! It's a very good turnover. I'm trying to help the referee. Less than 5 minutes in it. Less than 5 minutes in it here, ladies and gents, and it looks like it's our ball. The referee's taking an eternity to decide. He's having a chat with our boys, so I'm not finding that positive. He's called both captains over, and I'll be honest with you, Mike Lang for Buffalo is an outstanding leader. I really do like him. He's calm under pressure. He does the right jobs, and he's not blockbuster, but he does a really good job. Yeah. I'm getting a bit of chat there from Owen Murphy, but I wouldn't trust him for all the tea in China. So, Lansdowne here. I think we carry this. Our scrum hasn't been functioning. Our line-out hasn't been functioning. Oh, it looks like the boys are back in their line-out. I would give it to Dominic Sophie from here, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the corner. Hopefully Hugh's safe with this trusty left boot. He just plods it into touch. And then let's get that line out going. Ian's rushing there. He's trying to get the call right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we score this try and it's 20 points apiece, it'll be like kissing your sister instead of your girlfriend. It won't be very nice, and we'll have to share the points. So what we're going to do is actually try and get the poles. Oh, unfortunately, it's been thrown straight to their man, and they've got numbers. So, and now Alex is looking, and it's a foot race, and Alex is fast, and he's unfortunately tripped, and he's cleaned that up very well. The ball's there. The ball's at the back there. Buffalo cleaning, not releasing. But we've got people that are ready to go. I don't know why Shane made that carry. It was safe, but we needed an extra one. Hugh's got some time, and he's made it into touch here. Very nice. On the 22. 2.5 minutes left. 2.5 minutes left. 3 tries apiece. Buffalo are winning because of their penalty and their converted try. So it's 20 points to 15. And they've done very well today, both teams. But there's still time in it. We still have time for stoppage as well. Let's see if it's a straight line out. Back ball. No one went up. Not straight. The ref's called it. So a little bit of consistency there. We've got to give it to the ref when he does something consistent. So fair play to him. Luke's just had a check with the time. I see Rusty Walsh limping up to me now. These men have given everything, and we've only got a few minutes left. Hopefully we can get the hook right. Ball's at the back there. See Dominic spins it up to Greg. Greg makes a stop start and he makes yards. He's offside. Huey with the break. We got numbers. And who have we got there? We've got some smart players with Eddie. Oh, Eddie with the knock on. Turnover ball. And this guy in open play is dangerous. And Dominic with a positive hit. So we've got to get the ball back. They look sure. There's this. Yeah, I can't really find the words there. It's a bit loose and scrappy there, but they clean it up and hold on to the ball, Buffalo. And it's all Saw Lansdowne's defence here. Dahi's on the ball, but unfortunately not quick enough. Our bodyguard position doesn't look good. Dominic with another big hit. Shane with a big counter, and it looks good. The numbers are looking on. He holds onto the ball very well before distributing, and Lansdowne are wrapping him up there. Again, Alex looks like he's held him up. Yeah, we've got the penalty. Let's get out of here. Why are we running it? Oh, this is what they've chosen to do. Edgar with a Bosch, with a clean. Roll away! A bit of do and die here, but putting ourselves a bit under pressure. Let's get out of here! It's a turnover there, dubious call, but again, I can't see. It's not anything I can do about that. Greg! Let's play in the right areas! Apparently there's no time left. So that looks like that's the game, ladies and gents. The refs handed the ball back to Buffalo. They know that they've got to get the 4 points as a win for them. So he's going to kick it probably. That's the safe play. Shane appealing. Shane! Just appealing to the referee. But to be honest, I'm looking up, I see Inga next to Luke Russell, and it's probably not the wisest play. You probably wanted him the other side of Luke, the fast guy on the outside. Luke with another daring tackle, and he rolls away. But Buffalo managed to maintain the ball, and they're playing very good rugby here. Luke's trying to get his hands on it, but unfortunately it's all over now in terms of being able to pilfer, because they have more than enough men into the ruck. Shane throws his body in. Yeah, turnover ball to us. No time on the clock, so Lansdowne have to hold. Oh, actually, they do have time for a kick. Make sure, Hugh Byrne, make sure. Make sure. And he's made sure. He's made sure.
2 minutes in.
So we've used all this bench today. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Lads, do your job, do your job! Looks like Luke, looks like out the back, looks like Dominic gets it. And looks like Nick with the carry, strong piece of play. Now, pressure on him. And Shane with the inside ball. So, forward pass there, and the referee's going to call it. It is 20 points to 15, ladies and gents. It's been a tough game. Thank you for your support throughout the season. It looks like our season's ended here with Buffalo going all the way to the Nationals again. Unfortunately, Lansdowne for the second year in a row weren't able to capitalise and get the points that we needed. Thank you for your support. Well done to the lads for coming up here and putting in a good effort. 3 tries apiece, but unfortunately not enough to do the job. Thank you very much.